Today, August the 6th, 2020, is the 75th anniversary of the bombing of the Japanese city of Hiroshima. Every year since 1947, a Hiroshima Day ceremony has taken place in the Peace Memorial Park to console the victims of the atomic bombs and to pray for lasting world peace. One little girl who was affected by this was Sadako Sasaki. After she was diagnosed with leukemia from the radiation released by the atomic bombing of Hiroshima, Sadako's friend told her to fold origami paper cranes, or orizuru, in the hope that she could make 1,000 of them. She was inspired to do so by the Japanese legend that says if anyone can make 1,000 origami cranes, then they could be granted a wish. Sadako's wish was simply to live through her disease so that she could fulfill her dream of being in the local running team. According to her brother, Masahiro Sasaki, she exceeded her goal and folded approximately 1,400 cranes before sadly dying on the 25th of October, 1955, at the age of 12. Her classmates spent 3 years raising money to build a children's peace monument. Sadako's statue stands in Peace Memorial Park, and she remains an inspiration to all for her bravery and her determination. To honour this tradition, Sadako and the people of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, we are pleased to bring you 2 traditional origami workshops presented by Miss Seiko Chiba, courtesy of Seiko, Japan. The first tutorial is how to make orizuru, or paper cranes. This is a classic design, and in Japanese culture, it is believed that its wings carry souls up to paradise. The red-crowned crane, or Honourable Lord Crane, is often used as a ceremonial wrapper or restaurant table decoration. The 1,000 crane challenge that Sadako took on is called Senbazuru. The second tutorial is how to make a Kabuto, which is a samurai helmet. On this special 75th Hiroshima Day, we would like to join Japan in wishing for lasting peace and friendship in the world through the creative efforts of Seiko. How to make your paper crane. Taking your piece of origami paper with the colour facing you, you're going to make 2 diagonal folds. That's by bringing the corner up to the top corner and then open up and do the same in the other direction. Bottom corner up to the top, making sure that you line up very carefully and make a nice crisp crease along the bottom. You're now going to make sure that the colour is on the outside, and you're going to make straight folds with the straight edges instead of the corners this time. And you can see the shapes that that's forming. So line up nice and straight along the top, bring the edges together and a nice crease. Now you should be able to just push that in together like a star, because all the folds were done in different directions, and make that nice and flat. You're now going to bring that side in, but line it up along that centre fold line. And you can see in the middle, it's making the shape of a kite. Now you're going to fold the top of the kite down. This is to make the creases that you need for the next stage. You're now going to open it up. It reminds me a little bit of a bird's beak. And you use the same fold lines to tuck the colour onto the inside. I'll do that very carefully and then flatten it out. You can now go along the folds to make them permanent. You're going to do exactly the same thing on the other side. So fold into the centre on both sides so that you can see that little kite shape in the middle. And then you're going to bring the top of the kite down and open up the bird's beak and use your fold lines to tuck the colour inside. And again, you're going to go over those folds so that you can make them permanent. Really nice sharp creases. They should be able to wiggle like that. So lift one of the little flaps. You're going to fold it in again, but you're going to go slightly more than halfway up, as you can see. It goes just above the centre fold. And you do it again on the other side. It comes up just above the centre of the diamond. You're going to do the same on the other side. So again, come slightly up, higher than the centre, both sides. Nice and sharp creases. Now, when you start to open this up, you will see it starts to take the shape of the crane. It's a bit like a crown. So you've got a triangle in the middle and two little pointed triangles either side of it. And remember, you can pause the video at any point and re-watch it if you think you might have gone slightly wrong. This is a really tricky part. Now you're folding in the tail first of all, and you can see the examples at the top of the screen. You make that nice and pointy. Now the head, you need to have that folding in two sections, as you can see from the examples. And you can really carefully just squeeze that out. Now with the wings, just pull it very gently at first, and you're going to carefully open them up. Now you can see that you need to take your time with this, and you can smooth out the body part in the middle of the wings. That's where you're shaping the crane how you want it, and it can look really special. And there you have it, a beautiful crane. Can you make 1,000 for good luck? Let's see if you can do it. Here's how to make your samurai helmet. Make sure, first of all, that the coloured side of your paper is face down on the table. Next, you're going to fold up the bottom corner to the top so that the colour shows on top and you've made a triangle. Make sure you line up everything carefully. You're now going to fold up the bottom left-hand corner up into that top corner. And you will do the same with the right-hand side. So the bottom right comes up very carefully, line it up, and there should be no gaps at all in the middle. So you line it up in the middle and you give a nice crease along the bottom. Okay. You're now going to fold the top of those loose ends that you just folded up. fold them back down to the bottom, and do that with both of the loose pieces. So you fold it back down and you end up with a smaller square. It looks like a diamond at the moment. You can see that you need to now turn it round. So rotate it 180 degrees, and making the wings, it's a little bit tricky. You have to measure halfway along and then you fold back onto that halfway mark. But put your finger in the centre so that it lines up nicely. They should be sticking out at the edges. As you can see for the examples at the top, they're like little wings and they stick out at the sides. So you do the two wings and make sure that they're folded nice. Now you're bringing up a piece from the bottom so that you have a white triangle showing. But this, it's a little bit tricky, okay? Be very careful. You don't bring it all the way up to the top because you're then going to roll that again and fold it and do a little fold, as you can see in the demonstration on the video. Don't forget, you can pause this video at any point if you want to go over and see again what to do. Now, when you do this other fold, you're just folding it to get a fold line so that you can then tuck that in to make the little hat. So just look at that carefully. You'll see what's happening there. And there you have your little mini samurai helmet. Good luck!